Asabo simie, aroni abra. Asabo simie, aroni abra. Asabo simie, aroni abra. Aqua Bagana. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faith. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth, because our lives, and personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life wherever you are. Enjoy it. Know yourself is very important. When you know yourself, you no longer be claiming those things they taught you to claim, those things they wash your brain to claim, those things they deceive you to claim. I am God, I am goddess, I am bullshit. No, you are human, you are simple. Live your life. Don't be foolish, don't be gullible. Dare to know. So I titled this The Knowledge of God. At least the topic alone may make believers or Christians or Muslims or Jews to say, okay, this one is talking about knowledge of God. But you will get where I'm going to. Supposed to know. They wrote a lie in the book of Daniel, chapter 11. So welcome to Bible study, because I will read a lot of Bible today because I have that knowledge. In the book of Daniel, chapter 11, 32, it said, the people who know their God shall be strong and do exploit. It's a lie. The truth is this: the people who know their God are liars. They are wicked. They are thieves. Check it. Anyone that tell you they know the God they serve, that person is a liar. Anyone that tell you that God sent them to minister to you, collect your tithes and offering, that person is a liar and a thief. Any person that tell you he's writing this or making these rules or commandments or morality, in the name of God, that person is wicked. When we say wicked, another word for wicked is evil. And when we say evil, we mean anti-nature. That person, that thing is against nature. It's not for our building up. It's not for our betterment. It's not for our progress. It will never benefit us because God corrupts everything. God destroys everything attached it to. The people that know better will live better. The knowledge of God I'm talking about, because there is no knowledge with God. And there is nobody who know God. Nobody. Because God does not exist. You cannot know what does not exist. But judging with what they wrote about God, if you have studied the Bible as I have done, more than 10 times from Genesis to Revelation, more than 10 times, then you will agree with me based on what they wrote about this God forced on us. Anyone who truly knows God must abandon God because it shows that God is evil. And if you are sane, if you are wise, you must not condone evil. If you are human, you must not condone evil. Even when it is your blood relations that are involved in it, you will not condone it. If you still condone it for any reason, you are a convert. You are no longer a human being you were born to be. You are a convert, either converted to be spiritual or converted to be religious. You are anti nature. So, according to the Bible, I know God is a liar. God is non existent. God is wicked. God is evil, according to the Bible. And there's no other place we have that knowledge of God if not from the Bible. Some call it Quran, some call it Torah, some call it Holy Book. But there's an example of an entity or a being which is one with God that shows us, when you get to know God, you must abandon God. So, example is an entity or a mythological being called Lucifer in the Bible. And I will read it out loud to us so that we can understand why that Lucifer rebelled against God in heaven, not outside heaven. When they tell you when you go to heaven there is peace, there is no peace there because heaven does not exist. But according to the Bible, in the heaven of God, where God is supposed to be supreme, where God has the final say, one being there say, no, this God is wicked. This God is evil. I must rebel against this evil. You must be wicked not to rebel against God. You must be wicked not to rebel against evil. You must be wicked. After knowing the truth, after seeing the truth, you say, no, you must be wicked to support anything God. It doesn't matter how they try to change it. Okay, so I start with Isaiah when I'm talking about Lucifer, Isaiah 14. Well, let me use this. Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah 14. Let me see how this will look on me. Tell me. It always look great on me, okay? Yeah. Isaiah. See? Everything I put on looks great on me. It is my body. It is not a gift of God. Fuck any God. For those of you that will think, oh, it is God who created you. Fuck you, idiots. Which God? I'm above creation. I'm above creature. I'm above creator too. Somebody say, okay, how do you come into existence? Or another person say, I say to the person, ask your parents, unless they are also stupid like you. But if they are woke, they will tell you the truth. It's through sex you came to be. Okay? So for those of you that don't know, the other one say, no, God means, you have ability to create. That means God have ability to create. Human beings don't have only ability to create. They have ability to born. That's what makes them not God. That's what makes them above God. God cannot give birth. Human being does. So human beings are not gods and goddesses. Gods and goddesses are creators. They cannot give birth according to their definition of God. God is someone or something that creates. Human beings do more than that. You cannot limit what human beings can do because they are part of nature. You cannot limit nature. I like the way somebody made it. He said, anything that need to be taught, that need to be taught to you, or somebody need to teach you that. He said that thing is not nature. It's true. Think. It's all these teachings that make them succeed in brainwashing people, indoctrinating people, and controlling people anyhow. People don't know their rights from their left anymore. They're waiting for some voice to tell them something, give them instruction, or still following many hundreds of years written book like the Bible to give them instruction how to live. You are alive. You are not dead. And you're still following instruction. Somebody wrote down many years ago. Somebody that looks like you are a fellow human being, wrote those things down. And you still living by those instructions today. Despite all these new things that great technology that science have given to has funded or has built, yet you still going to that old book as your how do some stupid people say, they say is their basic instruction before leaving earth. Nonsense. They made that shit up and it doesn't make sense. It's written basically, and you said that God is live, is alive, he's here. But you are going, oh, the word of God said to me, yeah, bullshit. Yep. It is not 1 minute video, it's not 5 minute video. When Facebook started, even on WhatsApp, you can download a video of 1 hour, 1 hour something, 2 hours. But you see, they keep reducing it, restricting people to 5 minutes. They don't want you to hear the whole truth. Because to hear the whole truth, it's not 5 minutes video thing. It's not 10 minutes video thing. Somebody have to present the point and present things to provoke people to think and do their own research. But they don't want to. No. Just tell them. Okay, you want me to tell you there's no God, right? I just keep quiet. Mm-mm. I will tell you why there's no God and give you examples, especially using myself as perfect example. Hear what it says in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, which Jesus claimed to be in Revelation chapter 3, verse 14, if I'm still correct. How you are cut down to the ground, you who weakened the nations. Now ask yourself this. If God, as they said, is the one that decides the boundaries and the locations of nations, as they said in the Bible, he said that this one is one who weakened the nations. So you mean the Lucifer is the one who weakens the nation, the one that brings light. Weakens them for what? For what? For who? Weakens them for what? Weakens them not to worship God? Weakens them not to do what they're supposed to do? There is no force that can weaken human being from doing what they're supposed to do when they need to do it. You say you make an 80 years old man weak. 80 years. That man is about to die. You didn't make him any weak. Naturally, that's how it's supposed to be. Go and tell me you weaken a young man and tell me how that fight went on or how it went. Go. But many of you don't think. That's why when they tell you certain things you don't know, is people say that out of old age. It has nothing to do with any spirit or any God. Certain things you are saying is the word of the elders. They spoke it on as dementia patient. They don't have, their mind is not correct. So judge everything you hear. Stop judging, stop embracing things because an elder say it or some elders say that. No, judge everything. Find out the truth. He said, for you have said in your heart, know this also. Nobody know whatever anyone is saying in their heart. Anything anybody tell you, somebody is saying in their heart, is a hearsay, is a lie. They made that thing up. They are judging the person based on what they have in them too, themselves, not that person. You cannot tell me what I have inside. Number one, it's not in the heart. I only have blood in the heart. It's supposed to be in the head. But they use heart because they already use it to deceive people, telling them they must love God with their heart, or heart is deceitful. They have say many things about heart which has nothing to do with the heart in reality. But he said here, the Lucifer have said in his heart, I will ascend into heaven. Listen, if he has been with God in heaven, how can you say he will ascend into heaven? He said, no, the third heaven where God is. No, there's nowhere God is that angels are not there because all of them are spirits. You cannot stop one spirit from accessing where other spirits gain access. It's impossible. But they try to make their God is not anything. It's not in any third heaven. He said, I will send into the heaven. And he didn't say into heaven, so he said into the heaven, one heaven, singular, not plural. So for those of you that will say there are first heaven, second heaven, third heaven, because a book say that. But here what he said, I will send into heaven. So where was he? In the earth? In hell? Where? Okay, say, I will send it to heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. As the son said, the stars of God means the angels of God. That means, the stars is doing so authority, stars of God. So the angel, they are like stars, blah, blah, all that, according to the Bible. He said, I will also sit on the mount of the congregation on the farthest side of the north. Think this also. If God is all powerful, if God was the one that created Lucifer or the devil or Satan, there's no way such person can make any plan to exalt his or her throne above the stars of God, because God does not sleep nor slumber. He watches over everything, what is. So before even you think that, he knows what you are thinking to prevent it. But this God was there idly, as usual, doing nothing. The same way he watched children raped to death, the same way he watched innocent people burned to death, the same way he watched innocent people locked up in prison, the same way he watched innocent people suffering all manner of disease and sickness without doing anything. Lucifer continues saying, I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Hear what he said. I will be like the Most High. That's not a heresy, because already God created them as himself. They are spirits like God. So saying you will be like the Most High of who? God is a spirit, angel is a spirit, Satan is a spirit, according to their book. You see, when you read their book with common sense, that's with your right mind, right brain, without you spiritualizing it or trying to interpret it. Mm-mm. Just the way you read normal book. If you read Bible like that, you know they have already told you that it said you will not abide by it. You will find that it is bullshit. If you read your Bible the same way you read a book to pass exam or to sit for exam, you will find out it's bullshit. That your toilet paper in your bathroom is more important than any holy book. Yet you shall be brought down to Sheol, to the lowest depth of the pit. So it's not talking about casting devil down to earth. If you read this place well, it's talking about bringing him down to Sheol, which they call depth of the pit. Some people call it grave. It's not talking about, oh, God will send you down to earth, blah blah, all that they claim. But I will still show you something. Like in Luke chapter 10, verse 18, Jesus said he saw Satan falling from heaven like what? Like lightning. So if you believe that God already cast devil or Satan down from heaven to earth to punish his children who disobey him, so God is using his arch enemy to punish his own children, who is supposed to discipline himself according to the book. He said, "You shall be brought down to Sheol." Sheol, that place they tell you in Luke chapter 16 about the story of the rich man and Lazarus. He said, in Sheol, he lifted his eyes and he said, Abraham, come on, water. Abraham was stingy. They tell you, children of God are givers. Abraham refused to give water for somebody in need of water. What was his excuse? There's a great curve between us. With God, all things are possible. God can make it available for you to go and help the poor person suffering. But you know, they wrote all those things to make you, oh, I don't want to offend God. I don't want to go to hell. Okay, I should be giving to the poor. I should be. They are evil people. You're not supposed to be giving to the poor. Let their God give to them if they believe in God. So Jesus said he saw Satan in the New Testament, not in the Old Testament. He saw Satan falling from the sky like lightning. Hmm? Which is a lie. You cannot cast spirit to anywhere because they have access to it everywhere. They go everywhere. Okay, when they say that the son, God and the sons were having meeting in the book of Job, they say Satan also was there because you cannot limit a spirit. You cannot stop spirit from entering anywhere. So saying that Satan was cast out of heaven and now he's in the earth, he's not. It's a lie. Satan is everywhere you see God. Satan is there. Because some of you don't know yet that God and the devil are one cartoon character. They are one cartoon character that shows itself in major two ways as God and Satan. That's why he said, God saying he's the one that creates good and evil. See, good and evil is not in nature, it's only in belief system. You'll find good and evil. In nature, we have negative and positive, and that's how we live greatly. Let me show you another place. Still talking about the Lucifer. But the question is this: for those of you that believe there is heaven, I ask you again, have you been to heaven? If you have not been to heaven, you have no right to say the heaven exists. Let those that have been to heaven preach heaven. Then we can ask them question. But they already have their backup. They say, oh, Paul went there to heaven. God gave him tongue so that he will not tell what he saw. That show you that place does not exist. It's a horrible place. And whoever stop people from passing knowledge hate wisdom, like God hates wisdom. That's why I say we destroy the wisdom of the wise and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. God hates knowledge. God hates. That's why I say his people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. There's no child of God that have knowledge. They don't have the knowledge of God they worship, but they have faith, and that's what they call knowledge. They claim to know when they only believe. Because they tell them if they can believe, all things are possible. So you cannot claim to have faith and knowledge. It's impossible. Can never be possible. So you need to know that someone that has been with God, like Lucifer, which Jesus also claimed to be, and Jesus, according to his word, and the Bible already shows us that Satan and all his people or all his servants are what? Are the serpents. Satan is called the old serpent in the Bible. It is the serpent they said spoke to Eve and opened their eyes to see how wicked God is, making man without clothing, without covering. Making man without knowledge. That's anyone from God lack knowledge. It is only the children of God that perish for lack of knowledge. Africans are not perishing for lack of knowledge. Africans are perishing because of white supremacy, not any lack of knowledge. Africans don't lack knowledge. They don't. So Lucifer is wiser than Jesus. Jesus that's supposed to be the wisdom of God, but the Lucifer is wiser than him. But before I show you where Jesus said that in Matthew chapter 10, verse 16, he asked his disciples, he said, that's be wise as the serpents. He did not say be wise as me. He did not say be wise as my Father in heaven. He said be wise as serpent. He's sending them on a mission. He did not say be wise as God, because they cannot prevail with the wisdom of God. They have to be a serpent, wise. No wise person will listen to you when you are preaching God. They only listen to you when you preach wisdom. And serpent, the resurrected one, the one that rises, is full of wisdom. That's why in ancient Egypt, you see that on the crown of Pharaoh. That's cobra, serpent. It stands for wisdom. Even when they say that God caused snakes to be biting the people of Israel, what did he use to cure them? He made a brazen serpent. Serpent brings healing. Serpent, that's knowledge, brings healing, brings breakthrough, or whatever you need to live. Knowledge. Knowledge is spring, not love. Love is evil, because God is love and love is of God. Here, Ezekiel, the other place they mention about how Lucifer was all that bullshit. Ezekiel chapter 28. 12 also. 28, 12 to 15. He says, Son of man, take up a lamentation for the king of Tyre and say to him, Thus says the Lord God, you were the seal of perfection. They tell us this is about the Lucifer. You were the seal of perfection. Nobody is perfect. It's a religious lie. Full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. This person was with God. He knew God very well. So for such person to revolt against God should teach you God is evil. This person were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. There was no evil in Lucifer. And I will tell you how evil entered Lucifer. From the source of evil itself. You were in Eden. Remember the serpent. Okay. The garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering. But The human beings, they say God created in his own image and likeness, lack covering. But this Lucifer had covering. No wonder when they listened to him, their eyes opened and they saw that they were naked and they covered themselves. Whenever I step into work, when they call me devil, I say you're supposed to be grateful to the devil because without the devil, you and I won't be wearing clothes. The reason why we are wearing clothes today is the Lucifer, the light bringer. He opened our eyes. They tell you their God created us naked. We are running around. Our penis jumping everywhere. The pussy dripping all the water. The serpent, the Lucifer, the one who had covering came. Say, man, these people are naked. They don't know it because God made them ignorant. Let me try to help them. And he helped them. I am happy that in that Bible story, Adam and Eve did not resist the devil. Because had it been they resisted the devil, they will remain naked till today. They will even remain childless. Because it's after devil opened their eyes, they have recess to have children. God cannot give you children. God did not give Adam and Eve a child or children. But you believe he gives. For where? Show me any person God has given a child or children, I will show you a liar. He said the saddles, the topaz, and the diamonds, beryl, oxen, and jaspers, turquoise, emerald with gold. You know, he's talking about Africa, and they got not feed them. Mm? That's where you see wisdom, you see beauty, you see perfection. Before these evil people came, Africa was perfect, beautiful, excellent, filled with every precious stone. Come Africa, everywhere black people go, precious stones follow them. All those mineral resources. That's why they keep chasing black people. They keep chasing them because black people are one with nature. Nature follows them, they follow nature. The workmanship of your timbre and the pipes was prepared for you on the day you were created. But when he created Adam and Eve, he did not prepare any of this thing for them. He only made a garden, put it. That God is stupid. Hey, God can never be my creator. I'm happy that I'm not a creature. You were the anointed cherub who covers. Who anointed that cherub? That's angel. God. So God anointed cherub, but don't know that he will rebel against him later. The same way they are telling me, when I was coming to America, I believe God was the one making way for me to come to America. I was praying and fasting, doing everything, despite the lies I tell, or some bribe I made to get certain documents to make it possible. Okay. But when you thought, oh, God made you to come to America, now you're saying there is no God. What wrong did God do to you? You see, that was you are rewarding God. You see, bullshit. God never make anyone to travel to anywhere. If there is God, no, you wouldn't need to travel anywhere to make money or to do anything. God will help you to make it in your village or wherever you were born. You migrate because of harsh condition and you are looking for a better thing in life or a leave. That's why you left. Not any God. God doesn't put anybody anywhere and God doesn't make a way for anyone. He said, you were the anointed cherub who covers. I established you. You were on the holy mountain of God, where God is. Not far from God. No, in the same place with God, where God is. You walked back and forth in the midst of fairy stones without getting burned. So before the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the Lucifer also walked in the midst of fairy stone, nothing burning him. That's why they tell you it's Jesus. The fourth man was Jesus. The Son of Man is Lucifer. He's the one who walked back and forth in the midst of fairy stones and not burned. So you see why the Vatican or Vatican named they, what do they call it again? It takes whatever scope they made, they call it Lucifer. It was never bad, evil thing. It's mostly born again people that turn it like Lucifer, 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 Lucifer. No, Jesus saying he's Lucifer too. Lucifer means bringer of light. It does not mean you are enemy. It does not mean who are against God. No. It means one who was with God. God anointed him. God established him. You know, he walked back and forth in the midst of fairy stone. He said, "You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created till iniquity was found in you." Now, that's where I want to ask you a question. When did iniquity was found in Lucifer? He was perfect. He was beautiful. He was wise. To the extent Jesus asked his disciples to be as wise as serpents. In fact, Joab in 2 Samuel chapter 14, verse 20, he said that even David had the wisdom of the angels of God. And that's what he said, because when you're talking about God and his angels, they're supposed to be wise, right? They're supposed to be perfect. You see believers or Christians telling you nobody's perfect but God. God, Lucifer was perfect also, as God was. So when was wickedness entered Lucifer? And who put that wickedness in him? You will know it by reading your Bible to see who put evil or Satan in people. And that is God. Saying he creates evil. And he sent evildoers to do evil. You can see it, Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7 and 54, verse 16. So I want to show you in the Bible who puts wickedness or evil or sin in people. It's not Lucifer. It's not Satan. It's not devil. It's not me. It's not Antichrist. It's not those people you call unbelievers or infidels or you're against. No, it is that God you worship. That's why evil is in you. If you don't have faith in God, there will be no evil in you. If they didn't teach you about God, you won't have any evil in you. The reason why you saying you are a sinner today, or you are mortal, or you are imperfect, is because you believe in God. And he said, "No, I don't believe in God anymore." Baby. You used to, and you still using certain languages you don't supposed to be using. First Samuel chapter 18, who puts evil, who puts devil, who put wickedness in people? Oh, let me answer them with their book. So they won't say, "No, you don't know, he's the one making it up." It's not true. I was reading, I was listening to something. Somebody said that as a Christian, he said, God is not in hell. You don't know your Bible. If you know your Bible, like Psalm 139, verse 8, you will find that God is in hell. And how can you tell me your God is omnipresent? He's everywhere, yet you say it's not in hell? Think. God is there. Before they killed that your child, God was there. God is everywhere. Your God is everywhere. So why are you blaming the devil who is not everywhere? Why are you blaming your fellow human being who is not everywhere? But the God you believe is everywhere. You worship this God. You do everything for this God. He still punish you. He still let you suffer. I bet you love him. Mhm. So since you love him, you want me to feel sorry for you? No, fuck you. Because you believe in that God. You love that God. So whatever I give to you, enjoy. And it happened on the next day that the distressing spirit, evil spirit from God, came upon Saul, and he prophesied inside the house. Evil spirit came upon Saul from God, and he prophesied. The same way your pastor is prophesying, the same way your man is prophesying, the same way your leader is prophesying, because evil spirit from God entered them. Okay, let me go back to 1 Samuel 16. Where it started at verse 23. He said, and so it was, whenever the spirit from God That's evil spirit from God was upon Saul. That David would take a harp and play it with his hand. Then Saul would become refreshed and well, and the distressing spirit would depart from him. This is why you see some people feel they have been delivered when they go to church. You see why they play music, they sing for them. It's that spirit they went to be delivered from is from the same God they worship. I have been saying this to you. The God you worship is the devil or Satan you are casting out. That's why your problem continues. That's why there's no deliverance there. That's why there's no salvation there, because they are lies. Evil spirit from God, anytime that spirit comes upon Saul, David, whom also is the man after God's heart, whom God will choose to replace Saul, he play music here. Saul will feel better. The spirit will depart from him for a while. Then when he leave the church and go to his house, the spirit will come again. He will continue committing sin, committing sin, committing sin. Sunday again, he goes to church. They play the music, worship song, praise. Oh Lord, I am very, very grateful for all you have done for me. He has not done anything for him. Oh. He begins to shake. Okay, yeah. See, that spirit departs. Then he go home. The spirit come again. Oh, oh, please, I'm calling you, brother. I need money. I want to do this. I want to do that. But I think, oh Lord, I am very, very grateful for all you have done for me. Why are you calling human being again for assistance after singing all that? Evil spirit from God upon Saul. David, a man after God's heart, played music. The evil spirit departed from him for a while. It's all from God, not from devil. First Kings. First Kings chapter 22. You know that place from 19. But I will read verse 23. It's supposed to be 19 to 23. First Kings 22. It says, therefore, look, the Lord, that's God, has put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these prophets of yours, and the Lord has declared disaster against you. Think. Who put the wickedness, the spirit of wickedness in Lucifer? As they said, he was perfect until wickedness was found in him. God, who he was with, put that Satan or that evil spirit in him. God put Satan in Lucifer. He said, let me show you that in the New Testament, John chapter 13. Remember, I show you Old Testament, now it's New Testament, because that's how they married both of them to deceive people. 26 and 27 here. Remember, I'm still answering that question. Who put wickedness in people? Who put wickedness in Lucifer? Who put Satan inside Lucifer? Who put Satan inside people? God. I'm still showing you that. 26 and 27 of John chapter 13. Jesus answered, not me, not any pastor. It is he to whom I shall give a piece of bread when I have dipped it. That's who will betray him. When the disciple asked him who will betray him, he said, the one I give a piece of bread when I have dipped it. Follow it. It does not need our interpretation. And having dipped the bread, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. Now, after the piece of bread, after Judas ate that piece of bread that Jesus, the Son of God, gave to him, what happened to Judas Iscariot? Satan entered him. Are you following the book? It does not need my interpretation. Oh, you're taking it out of context. You are stupid saying that. It is written there plain. After Judas ate the bread that Jesus gave to him, because God and Jesus connived to deceive and betrayed Judas. Judas did not betray Jesus on his own decision. It was God's decision. It was Jesus' decision. They put Satan into him. That's why if you believe in God or Jesus, that Satan is in you. Satan of hate, Satan of destruction, Satan of killing. Look at what is happening all over the world today. Is it not people doing it in the name of God? Once you believe in God, that's why they got you when you was too little. They make you to believe in that God, and that's when Satan entered you. God is in you, Satan is in you. But when you become woke, both God and Satan depart from you. You become human again. You no longer living by faith. And Jesus confirmed that he has put Satan into Judas. Then Jesus said to Judas, what you do, do quickly. Judas was not doing his own will. Judas was doing the will of God, the will of Jesus. There is no believer who are living their life. If you believe in God, you are not living your life, you are living a fake life. God life or godly living is a fake life. God is the one that pushed Satan into people, not any devil. Say, devil, really? No, it's God. Everything good and bad is done by God according to the Bible. I want you to understand this. When you know better, you will leave God. You will leave devil to live better. Because knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. Knowledge makes a woman unfit to be a slave. Knowledge makes a human being unfit to be a slave. Because knowledge makes you, know yourself. But they tell you it makes you puff up. That means they're trying to vilify it. No, you don't need knowledge because knowledge will separate you from God. They know what knowledge does. When you know better, when you know God, as Lucifer knew God, when Lucifer knew God, he departed from God. He rebelled against God. And any day you come to the knowledge of God, you know this God they wrote here. You have studied the book very well. You will have no other option than to leave God for yourself and begin to live your life. They say that. Galatians chapter 2 says, it's no longer I that live, but Christ live in me. That's Satan living in you. God in you is Satan in you. Christ in you is Satan in you. Once you believe in God or Jesus, Satan enters you, possess you. Satan can take you anywhere. Remember, he took Jesus. He said he took Jesus from wilderness to temple. People that are in the wilderness, I don't know how the temple suddenly appear in the wilderness, and the devil took him there to tempt him. Say, jump. Hey, Bible stories. But think about it. If you can read with your common sense, you will deliver yourself from the God delusion, from Jesus delusion. People of God believe in God because they lack the knowledge of God. When you say you believe something or someone, you are saying that you lack knowledge of that thing or that person. I don't believe I have a mother. I don't believe my mother is alive. I know I have a mother and I know my mother is alive. I don't need anyone to explain my mother for me or to me. No, because I know her. Once you know how wicked God is, you have no other option but to rebel and reject God. The day you will admit that God is the creator of evil, God is the source of evil, that's the day you will rebel and reject God. It happened to me. That's why they wrote in the Bible, tell you many will depart from the faith. They know the revolution is coming. The awakening is coming. People must abandon God. There were times nobody worshipped any form of God, and we are going back there. Just the same way as a newborn baby later become a very old, shrinking human being. It's the same way. It's like this. We're going to eradicate everything God. God is a wicked monster that exists only in the believer's head. God is a wicked monster that exists only in the believer's head, not in reality. God does not exist in reality. God kills no one. But it is people with God who kills people. God cannot kill me. God cannot arrest me. God cannot kidnap me. God cannot insult me. God cannot curse me. God cannot bless me. God cannot do anything to me. It is people who can do any of such thing to me, not any God. I know God. I'm no longer living in fear. Oh, what will happen to me when I die? Blah, blah. Excuse me, idiot. What is happening to me now? I'm alive. The same thing. Whatever is happening to you now, you are alive. It's the same thing that will happen to you when you are dead. Your life never ends. Your life is always here. You cannot change your life. You cannot do anything for life. Oh, I want to make my life better. You are ignorant of what you are talking about. You can change your condition. You can change your experience, but your life remains the same. Your life cannot change. Yes. They don't want you to know yourself, your life. That's why they want you to believe in God. Because once you believe in God, Satan enters you. You become self-hate. You begin to see yourself, I am unworthy, God is worthy. I give all glory to God. I don't deserve any glory. I deserve punishment. I deserve suffering. God deserves all the praise and glory all the times. Fuck that God. I'm happier that God does not exist. And those of you that believe God exists, aren't you stupid speaking for that God or fighting for that God? Are you not stupid? And look at all the atrocities they are doing in the name of God. Imagine a married woman, oh, dedicated churchgoer, had 4 children, and none of those children belonged to one man. That's her husband, or at least her boyfriend. She had them from different men. And when it's exposed, she says, because the man cannot perform. If you doubt me, let them give him a woman and see. Okay, so why didn't suggest that before you went sleeping with other men? Why didn't say, okay, let him sleep with other women and see? Okay, if he cannot get them pregnant, then I will tell him. No, you didn't. It's when you get caught, you begin to talk nonsense. You want us now to join you in your foolishness, idiots. Godly people are evil. Look at all the evil going on in the world. They kill us and took our land. They renamed it to Middle East. Today they are killing each other there. And you want somebody like me to sympathize with them? I see some people say, what do you say about those children that are killing there? I say, and so that's the normal thing they're supposed to be doing. Let them be clean themselves. They will never know any peace until we recover our land from them. It's our land. Israel, before you were born, they have been having Israel-Hamas war. They have been fighting over that land. It's our land. Hey, I'm in West Africa. West Africa was our wilderness before. Middle East is where they chase us away from. It's our land. Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all of them, all the things that make it's our resources. They came, they saw how rich we were. They kill us and possess our land. Even the place we call Africa today, white people also still controlling us in it. It is godly people that kills in the name of God. God cannot kill. God does not exist. Godly people exist because they are converts. They are human beings converted to believe in God. Every service to God is a bloody service, like the missionaries. See how missionaries came, killing our people, telling our people that no, no, your people were killing us. They were eating us. No, they were the one eating our people. They were eating human beings where they came from, not African thing. Look at the missionaries. Look at the crusaders. Today you see Africans in Africa saying we are having crusade. You don't even know the original crusaders. Where they get that word. Crusaders, they were out to kill. The Jesuits. Jesuits, like the Pope now. I think this Pope is a Jesuit Pope. Tamper him. I mean, try to touch him and see. The Jesuits, that's their duty in Catholic Church, to kill. They kill many people that say that no, the bread and the wine is not the real body of Christ. They are fellow Christians, so they kill them. But they turn around telling you, no, it's your Muslims who are killing Christians. It's your Jews who are killing Christians. No, it were Christians who were killing Christians. Catholics were killing other Christians. Anglican joined them. All of them came to Africa, begin to make Africans clean themselves. But today you hear Africans say, oh, we were cleaning ourselves before. You are stupid. If you still say that black man is the enemy of black man, you are stupid. You are ignorant. You don't know what you're talking about. Black people are never enemies of themselves. The black people you have today are slaves. So how do you expect them to survive? They cannot kill their slave masters, though they kill their fellow slaves. How about the jihadists? Jihad. Remember these things, white people still hold them, or they don't kick against them. It's black people. Black people still see this. No, it's before. No, that was before, no more now. No, it's still going on. They are using kidnapping today, using police, using army to carry out their religious evil agenda. How about the inquisitors? Or you can search it, Google it, the Inquisitions. Catholic Church used Inquisition. Anglican Church used Inquisition. All of them, they were using Inquisition. That's why they become major religion today. Christianity, Islam. That's how, in the name of God, God sent Satan in them, and they begin to carry out all those evil. If you believe in God, I am saying to you, your God is evil, and you are evil too. You need to wake up, abandon God, revert to your originality. You are a human being born to live, explore, and enjoy life. You are not born to serve or worship any God or anybody. We were born to live. When we begin to live, all those serve this, do that. We no longer have rich and poor among us. We no longer have great and small among us. All of us are human beings. How can you tell me among men, some are rich, some are poor, some are weak, some are strong? No, it is evil. We don't supposed to separate from ourselves. We're supposed to be together, and that's what makes us powerful. And when we come together, whatever we propose to do, no God, no Satan can stop us. We're unstoppable as people. Wake up. Trash everything God. You believe in God, that's why you are suffering. Look at all the poor countries, poor people. They believe in God, all of them. But see any poor person that wake up and trash God, they begin to live better. You will know that naturally you are not poor. Nobody was born poor. Nobody. And nobody was born rich. All of us were born human. So why are you living as they converted you to be? It's time you wake up, trust God, trust Jesus, trust all these beliefs, and live humanly. God in